Yeah, you've been at
My father always did call me a shit disturber.
So you are going to do your 2 minutes and then
I don't even have 2 minutes. I literally was making an announcement about freedom and the fact that I will not be participating in tonight's activities. And if anybody has questions of me, I will be outside and more than happy to answer them. That is literally... Oh, is it? Oh, we're live.
God, I'm glad I picked you on camera. Serious. Absolutely. Least I can do is hold paper.
So everyone, I guess we are live. I'll just let you guys know. I just want to share with everybody what is actually happening here this evening. So we are in Canmore, and earlier today we were informed that masks were required. Apparently there will be no exceptions, in which case, obviously for those of you who are following the People's Party of Canada, this is the hill upon which I have chosen to stake my mark, and freedom does not come with conditions. And we will be making, or at least I will be making, a very brief statement, and then I will be inviting the people from inside to join us here in the parking lot or on the side to answer their questions. So stay tuned. It does look like we have some other candidates who may choose as well to boycott the formal question and answer in light of the circumstances. So stick it out with us.
I don't like Patrick Riley.
Yeah, he was. But you know, he's a nice guy, but he was shitting on you.
I'm Carmen. Pardon?
The first time.
First time. Yeah.
And but I think the secret of TikTok, honestly, is because my buddy Tony Wisnowski sends me like ridiculous. Should I watch this shirt?
Yeah.
I'm now a shirt tugger. Remember that old commercial? Are you a sweater tugger? Sometimes good.
Yeah, we're live still.
I know, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So do we want to move around to the side where they told us we can stand in the cold for 2 hours?
No, I get it. I get it. I give Tony shit. Do you want to jump?
No, I'm good, thank you. Hey,
Nice
Miss
to
Diane.
see you.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good.
Nice to
Good.
see you.
Thank you.
Oh, you see, I need one of those new buttons.
I could borrow you some of mine.
Oh, I need this button.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, he's just reminding you, we're live streaming right now. Your beautiful face is welcome here anytime, Diane. There's a face I recognize. How are you?
Well, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Come out and hear everybody.
Ah, fantastic. Well, maybe I can leave you with one of these cards. I'm going to steal one of these. There you go.
Well, thank you, sweetie. You look divine, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's been good, very good.
Breakneck or what?
Yeah, it's been a fast pace. 36 days. Go. Wonderful.
Nothing like hitting the ground running.
You got it.
Hello, how are you doing?
I gotta go this way.
They wouldn't let you in the building, eh?
I went, oh, thanks. I don't have a mask on.
Oh, so you're outside too.
Yep, I like it. I like it
Nice and
lots.
fresh out here, isn't it?
Totally.
You
I
bet.
prefer it anyway. Not too shabby, huh?
So was your house ever done?
No. No. It was just me, myself, and I that came this evening. I tried
Apparently they had a vent today, but it was pretty far, so I think people can turn it off.
I think I'm okay for now. Thank you.
Lisa wasn't wasted. We got some salmon at the, what's that name of the place? What's the name of the place we got the salmon at? Valbella.
Oh, Valbella.
That's where we get our smoked salmon all the time.
Fantastic. I have my personal supply of smoked salmon.
Oh,
A friend
yeah,
in BC, he has a beautiful smokehouse, does his own salmon. It's amazing. Yep. Yeah, a little bit of the boysen cracked pepper cheese and a cracker.
Yeah, we get tired of eggs for breakfast, so we like to have salmon once in a while.
I like it with capers.
Now Barry has his sauerkraut.
For breakfast.
Fermented pickles.
Oh, fermented pickles.
No, I don't. Not for breakfast. Sometimes.
Well, you're going to live till you're 100.
So have they decided on a convenient spot for us yet?
I don't think so. I think we're being very inconvenient right now.
Where's Len tonight?
No, Richard's right there.
Okay.
Can I just go for a minute?
Definitely. You too. Absolutely.
Jason, how are your signs holding up around the trailer?
All of you guys are just hoping to see the two parties merge, but you know what? Maybe that's something that is in the
Well, I don't
works
know.
as well.
It wouldn't be good for him.
Well, for me right now tonight is, hi ladies, how are you? Good. I recognize you from 2019. Miss, I have a question, and then run away. I have another question.
Nice.
I still have that many questions.
Well, you know what? I won't be inside this evening because, as you can see, we have some police officers here on site who have been asked here to make sure that everybody wears a mask. And so I will not be wearing a mask. And I will be apparently on the side, but I will be out here and I will be happy to answer all of your questions. You just have to simply run to me and ask.
I'm good at running,
Yes.
so I'll throw an ask.
Yes.
Cool. No, I'm terrible at running, but I can like scamper over.
No, she was very good at it. She was very good at it. I remember the smiley face because you were so cute. It's like, oh, one more. And then you run away. It's like, oh, my friends have another one. And then you came back again. And you must have did that about 4 times that night. And your mom and dad
And my brothers.
and your brothers, your mom and dad were all on side and you hadn't decided.
No,
Yeah.
still haven't decided.
Oh, yeah, sure you have.
Okay, well, I actually have a real question.
Sure.
Could I ask before 7?
Sure.
How do we feel about vote splitting?
Vote splitting. So 71% of the Conservative vote. Even if you were to split that 4 ways, that's 18%. The Liberals, as you know, last time got 11, NDP got 10. Does that sound like you can split a vote? You're free to vote your conscience, my dear.
Okay.
Vote for the person who you want.
Okay.
And besides, is that really a valid question? Because I'm going, if you're going to look at your vote, is it your vote or is it somebody else's vote? How can you split your vote,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, our political system is set up in such a way that my vote doesn't get very far.
No, it is. Everybody only gets 1 vote. That's the only one time where all Canadians are 100% equal. Is like we all only get 1 vote. That's it. You can't split your vote.
Yeah.
So vote your conscience, vote for what you want, not
Okay.
for what you don't.
I'll have more questions for you, but I'll come back later.
Yes, I
already
bet
have
you
another
will.
one brewing,
There
so
you
we'll
go.
save it.
See you later.
So us naked face group, we're outside. That's fine by us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm going, if they don't want to accommodate, then that's okay.
And that's okay. Absolutely.
Yes.
Albertans.
Okay, that's all right. We're Albertans.
This is summer.
Alberta first.
That's right.
You bet.
They want to play like that? That's fine. We know how to play in the snow. Year-round. And we're good at it.
Wonderful. So shall we maybe make our way around to the side then? Or do we, what's that? No, absolutely. What time is it? 6:45. Okay. Well, do we have some cards? And then I'll greet people as they come in then. Can I leave this with you? Barry, can I have some cards there? Thank you. Wonderful. Sure. Hi, sir. How are you? May I leave this with you?
And get one from my daughter now as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, she's here. She's
She's-
Caroline.
Oh,
Sorry.
from Potrel.
You got her.
Ah, yes, I was out in Potrel, and the one gentleman said to me at the store, he says, I can't vote. He says, because I have my friend who's voting or running, and then we hadn't even heard of her at that point.
There you go.
Good. Well, enjoy your evening. What's that? So we're still here. We're still waiting for the organizers to figure out what it is that they're going to do. Our CMP have gone inside the building now to ensure that everybody complies with wearing the mask. And I do believe some of the other candidates have made the decision to stand with me. And we are going to stand outside and we will answer the questions of the general public, but we will not be answering the questions of the forum and of the organizers. We're now trying to figure out whether or not we do get 2 minutes to speak or if we are not getting any time to speak. So we will be giving you updates here as we go along. Hi there. How are you? Good. May I leave this with you?
Sure you can.
Fantastic.
Sure.
You have any questions this evening? I will actually be on the side. I will not be inside the building. I do not wear a mask.
Right, yeah. That's
And,
right,
yeah, and so I will be on the side. So if you have any questions of me, you feel free to come out and you ask me personally. Okay.
Yeah, right, for sure. Yeah, well, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Not right now, no. No. Keep it simple. Okay. Yeah. So still just waiting outside the Canmore event, and we're just going to greet people as they go in, give them our card, our literature, and I guess we'll be around the side here to answer anybody's questions for them. Looks like the organizers are still trying to sort out how they are going to deal with the night's events.
How many people so far?
It's not that busy so far, actually. Probably maybe 20, 30 people have arrived.
And it started at?
It starts at 7, doors opened at 6:30.
You said 3 new people joined?
Welcome to those who are just joining us now. Please stay tuned. We'll have an update for you shortly. So here we are outside the event in Canmore, and of course the People's Party of Canada position is one of freedom, fairness, respect and responsibility, and we were notified today that there would be no exceptions to the mask mandate, and of course I will not be wearing a mask, and so we are now trying to determine whether or not there will be an opportunity to speak and to address the people tonight, or if we will just be handing out cards and speaking directly to people as they decide to come and go. So now we have 2 RCMP cruisers apparently on site.
So much for a free and democratic election.
There is nothing democratic about this. I'm
No
Just
exemption
hanging out,
for.
out back.
On the
If
side?
You guys want to come back there too?
Okay.
We just told our people to come back out too, so.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So we have had a number of the candidates who have decided to stand with me this evening and are standing on the side. So I guess we are creating quite a kerfuffle.
So even though there is mass exemptions under Alberta Health Services Act, there's no exceptions here in Canmore, so they're restricting individuals' rights to hear their candidates.
Well, their complaint was that I should have notified them beforehand, but in essence, they sent out a notice today that they would have private security and RCMP on site to refuse entrance or entry to anybody who did not choose to wear a mask.
This is what it's like for an election in a democratic country. They can't hear you.
Yes, democracy is a fragile thing. And right now it's being broken. Shall we go over to the side, I guess?
There's more people coming. If you want to say hi to people as
Sure.
they're coming in, right?
Oh, excuse me, guys. May I leave you with one of these before you head in? Oh, no, I missed them. Excuse me, guys. Gentlemen. No. Can't hear with masks on. Hi there. May I leave you with one of those? If you have any questions at all, I will be over on the side this evening, and you're more than welcome to ask me personally. Okay, thanks. Thank you. Hi, sir. Oh, how are you? Good. May I leave you with one of those? And if you have any questions, I will be outside in the garden, and I'll be happy to answer any of the questions that you may have.
Great, thanks very much.
Thank you. Well, one of the interesting things so far tonight has actually been the support that has been offered to me by the other candidates who have and are standing with me on the side, who will not be attending inside as well due to my exclusion of the event. So we'll talk on that a little bit more here when we get around to the side of the building. Freedoms are not political bargaining chips. And this is politics. This is not about health. This is not about science. This is not about vaccines, and is not about masks. Discrimination is discrimination. And Canadians, all Canadians, are equal under the law. Canada is a nation of laws.
How does it feel to be denied entry?
So I was just asked, how does it feel to be denied entry?
You feel a little bit like Rosa Parks?
Well, you know, Rosa Parks was allowed to get on the bus. I'm not even allowed to get on the bus, apparently. So at least, you know, she did have a seat in the bus, even if it was at the back. And I'm going, apparently now, if you don't wear a mask and don't comply with everything the government says, you're not allowed on the bus, the plane, or the train. So, yeah, it's hard to believe that this is my Canada, the Canada in which I grew up in. It's a sad day. Hi there. How are you? May I leave you with one of those?
I would love one, yes.
Wonderful. I will be not attending inside this evening. I am
they-
not invited, apparently. So I will be on the side, however, and if you have any questions of me, please do come ask. I will stick around as long as
Good
I
for you.
can.
That's awesome. No, it's great. I went for a bike ride today and I saw all your little posters and I was like, really nice. And I've heard you on the Western Sun a few times. So
Fantastic.
I was like, and then when I found out you were running, I was like, this is so awesome to see. So anyways, it's too bad that you weren't allowed to be invited, but I think it's good that you can chat with other people.
We
and
will
be present,
take a
so.
stand. Hi, guys.
great.
I will be on the side. If anybody has any questions,
Thanks so much.
thank you.
Hopefully it's not too cold up.
Yeah, it's a little chilly out here. I got a coat. I'm Albertan. I won't freeze.
know, right?
Yeah, yeah. Hi, sir. How are you? Good. Hi, ma'am. How are you? May I leave you with one of these? Thank you. I will not be attending inside this evening, but if you have any questions, I will be outside. Thank you. Do we have an extra mask so this gentleman can attend?
No, that's you.
Yes, that's me. How are you? Good.
I forget my mask now, so it's okay.
No worries. If I had an extra, oh,
It's been in my pocket. It's clean.
we will actually be on the side this evening, sir. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them for you. You're welcome. And what time is it now?
It's about 3 minutes.
3 minutes? All right.
Poorly attended compared to 2019.
Very poorly attended, but I think a large part of that probably has to do with the fact that people have to wear masks. One gentleman that came is walking away because he doesn't have a mask. All right. Well, I think we should make our way to the side with everybody else. Oh. Oh. Hi there.
So, as we said before, we are happy to make a medical exemption for you and accommodate your medical exemption by, sitting somewhere 2 meters apart or something like that.
I'm
But
quite
we will not be okay with you not following the format of the evening by taking questions and answers, because that's what we've asked you in our invitation to do.
So I'm happy to sit on the side. I'm happy to give my 2-minute opening,
Yeah.
and I'm absolutely then happy to turn the floor over to anybody else who'd like to ask their questions.
Yeah, and the questions are being asked by the organizer.
So
and
the
you
questions.
will have 1 minute per question
Whoops.
to answer.
So I am happy to
That's
stand.
the format of the evening.
Okay, thank you
Right.
for your. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
So they told us that unless we're inside participating, they're not going to allow us to participate.
Okay, do you want to share that with everybody?
Oh,
So
yeah,
we're live
sure.
streaming this, so everybody
Hey.
repeat
ahead.
what you just said to me. 1 second, let me put this on you here.
It's all good.
We're
getting
we're
real
gonna
close.
share.
We're getting real close.
This is the only time
okay.
you're going to see this.
So we were told by the organizers that unless we are participating fully inside, then we are not allowed to participate, and they thanked us and shut the door.
So in this particular instance, we will be standing together,
Yep.
and I will not be delivering any speech or any information to this organization. And
Let's
I'm-
deliver them live here.
we absolutely, we will deliver them live over there. So for anybody who's watching right now, we're going to move to the side, and we'll have our debate outside.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Let me switch up and grab a better mic.
Fantastic. I'm going to hand this back to you.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Well, let's do this out here. Okay. So they did invite me in because I had a medical exemption to speak, and I said no.
Oh, well, thank you.
I said no. It's either you accept all of us
Yeah, yeah.
under the same terms and conditions, or you accept none of us.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
that's fair. That's fair, my dear. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely. So I said we can set up out here, and anybody who has any questions of us, and
fair. Yeah,
they can come
That's- yeah.
ask them.
that's right. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Fantastic.
I'm good with that. Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
I think, a good principled stand, so.
it is. It is.
Yeah,
Well, it's the ballot question.
yeah, it is.
It is
really
the ballot question. And
is.
if today, my stomach was churning, and it's like, you know what? No, I, in good conscience, will not do this. And if people have questions, they can come ask them.
Yep.
But I will not entertain discrimination and segregation.
Okay, now this is fascinating. Hello,
Oh,
Allison.
hi. How
Hi,
are
we're
you?
good.
We didn't see you
Hi.
there. I promise we are not bad people. We are not going to create any more of a stir than we already have.
I know that. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Lots of fun in Canmore. Here we go.
If I stand in front and hand these out, or would you?
no, absolutely.
Oh,
Feel free
good.
to stand in
Hey,
front and
I don't
hand
have
those
one.
out. I don't have one.
I'm serious.
You
I
know
don't.
who I
I
am.
don't. You know I love political lit. You know this. I have a serious collection. Yeah, absolutely. Take them with pride. You know that. You know it. Yeah,
See you in a bit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
thank you, John.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good horse shot. I like that.
That was from 2019.
That's
This
a
is
nice-
the pony I was supposed to be riding this
Oh,
year,
it's
and
a
he
nice
was
shot.
lame. So,
We don't have to know. Nobody has to know that. It looks as a good
well,
cowgirl shot.
instead I had a big black truck this time.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's all good. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice and tight. Nice tight lettering, wording. It's good.
Yeah, I had some good coaching the last time. Wonder
I
who that
tried.
might have
I
been.
tried. Good stuff. No, it's good. It's good. Good stuff.
So, just a quick update, I guess.
Let me switch up mics.
It looks like we're locked out of the event.
With our trusty intimidation factor. You think we were in Russia?
I think those guys were almost.
I don't think
I don't think
they're
we're crazy
on.
about
They're
this
not
guy.
on our side. So,
No, it doesn't matter. There you go.
thank you. All right, we're moving over here into journalism mode, I guess.
Are you coming in or not?
No, so we.
I want to hear everybody. Like, it's too bad that, I mean, if they had, to me, I feel like if they had, I know, if they had some,
So is Tarek in there, or is Tarek? Oh, Tarek has decided to stay, has he?
everyone's, like, opinion, right? Like,
Okay.
should be able to hear everyone, right? I know.
So,
So what I'm saying we just do your guys' speeches.
yeah.
Do you guys'
Yeah,
speeches
do you
hold-
guys wanna? I mean, my speech was very short this time around because it really was just announcing that I would not be participating. But Derek, you've stood by me, and I'm going to stand by you. So, would you like to share your speech here to the live stream people that we have?
You know what? I'd be happy to. I think we were going to do a live here in a couple of minutes.
Oh, are
so
you?
Maybe why don't you do yours now? In a couple of minutes, I'll do it. Or
At the same time?
Sure.
does that sound good?
Absolutely. Sounds good. No, thank you.
You guys gonna do it right now, or
It's up to
We'll
you guys.
wait.
I mean, you
We'll-
can catch both audiences.
whenever
and
you
get
do
out
it,
there.
we can quiet the people down. And
Oh.
we can listen. And
It's not going to be an issue. I can speak over a crowd, even with a raspy voice. So, everyone, here we are at the event in Canmore. We were informed today that they would not be allowing anybody to participate in the event without wearing a mask, and that they were going to have the RCMP on site, which, as you can see behind me, they are on site. And as well, they were going to hire a private security detail. So with the People's Party of Canada platform, as all of you do know, I do not accept a society where some citizens have more rights than others. And I refuse to allow and to participate in any event that segregates our society into those who have and those who have not. I do happen to have a medical exemption. They did come back and say that they would honor that exemption after about an hour of them deliberating over whether or not I would be allowed to attend. We did have a number of candidates, Mr. Ron Voss as well as Derek Sloan, who chose to make the decision as soon as I arrived that they weren't going to let me participate. They decided they too would not participate. They came back and told me that I could come in and participate. I could have my own little section where I stood by myself while the other candidates spoke. And then they came back and they told Mr. Voss and they told Derek Sloan that if they were not willing to come in and fully participate, that they were not welcome. So they have actually been locked out of the event as well. So in light of that, we are all standing out here together right now, and we will not participate in an event that sees some Canadians denied their opportunity of the democratic process. I will say, however, it is a very small number of people in there. We did attend this event in 2019, and in 2019, this event must have had 300 people at least. And so to see maybe 40, 50 people in that room, I wonder if indeed Jason Kenney's call, conveniently enough, during an election for mask mandates to be reintroduced is not a big reason as to why that has not occurred and why there are so few people. So we will stick around. We will answer people's questions as they leave the event. They will have the opportunity to speak to myself and to the other candidates outside. But that, of course, is not the event's organizers. That is a decision that we have made ourselves. Thank you.
So, are you participating in a question and answer? These guys are not allowed to participate. Can you please leave the premises then?
No, we are going to stay.
No,
and
we are asking you to leave the premises, please.
This is actually our rental property, so we're asking you to leave.
so we can't answer questions of the people that if they choose to come outside, we can go around on the alley.
This is city property. This belongs to the senior center, so we're asking you to leave from the senior center.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thank you. So I guess we've been asked to leave the property. We're no longer even welcome to stay here and answer the questions that individuals may have of us.
Let's go on the street.
What's that? Okay. So. You know what? I'm going to turn this off. Thanks, guys, for coming out.
Thank you.
And sorry, I know you guys get caught in the middle of a lot of this.
Yeah, no, I appreciate your cooperation.
No worries. Thanks.
So much for democracy in Canada.
Thank you. I heard my name. So is this the alley? Are we far enough away now from everybody?
We'll go to the front. We'll go into the street. We'll go stand by the truck.
Can I have a few cards? Maybe I'll hand them out to people as they walk by.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
My pleasure. Well, Cochran, this is your democracy.
Yes, this is democracy in Canada right now. We are being banished to the alley. Not even welcome to stay. and stay outside. Hi, you guys. How are you? We've been banished. We're not allowed in the facility. Would you like to take one of these and wonder why we're so evil?
I'm okay. Thank you.
Are you? Have a great day. We're down here. What's this? Is this the alley? I wasn't sure if it was far enough. No, Jason. This is. Sorry, Ron.
That was my whole thing to go to meetings.
I know. This
sell
is
books.
it. I ruined it for you all.
No, well, we'll have the videos, the Zoom at least. Tomorrow will be the same, won't it?
No, I don't think so.
They won't be.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Cochrane is going to do this.
I talked to the guy from the chamber. He seemed like a fun guy.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, this looks like the public anyway. So I would think.
Ask Ron why he's running.
Oh, yeah, Ron. Do you want to share with everybody why you're running? I'm going soon, and I'm the reason apparently you're not able to give your speech this evening. Would you like to give your speech anyway? Here,
My speech?
you take this.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, hang on to
But you
these.
might need the books. no?
Okay. So I'll give my speech. Can I use my script?
You absolutely
Okay.
can.
Good
I'll
evening.
get out of the picture.
I'm here as your independent candidate for an independent Alberta. I've entered this race to draw attention to the question, what's in it for Alberta sending a politician to Ottawa? The first, my campaign has largely been determined by two books written by Albertan Michael Wagner. His first book, Alberta Separation, Then and Now, it mapped out the history of the independence movement for Alberta and Western Canada from 1970 to 2008. Well, what I learned from that book is placing your hope in the federal pathway to address Alberta's problems is a hopeless task. And especially sending, and what was more important is I learned that it dampened or caused the independence movement to just fizzle out. So Albertans putting their hope in the federal system, electing this politician or that politician, only serves to dampen or deflate the independence movement. In his most recent book, No Other Option, Self-Determination, for Alberta, published this year, Wagner makes a strong case for an independent Alberta as the only viable option. And that can only be achieved by Albertans determining their own destiny within the provincial political system and not through the federal system. So Albertans face a stark choice between the status quo, inevitable economic decline, and loss of fundamental freedoms, or self-determination and independence. Now, my platform is relatively simple. Blake Richards is trying to enter with his fifth term as a MP. He provides no benefit at all to Alberta, and he must go. My second decision is I will not go to Ottawa. I'm going to stay in Alberta, and I'm going to use all the resources allocated to an MP to push the cause for Alberta's independence and self-determination. So vote for me if you want a real true Albertan who's going to stand for Alberta. Thanks, folks. Okay.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks.
You're
Thank you,
hard
Ron.
because you don't show any emotion. Like you look at him saying, "Oh."
There's a reason I'm in this mess. Yeah. So slowly but surely they are bringing out, I guess, items that belonged to Ron and Diane and to the Derek Sloan party. So I guess we're going to be moving to the park. And anybody who has any questions of us afterwards will be we will catch them as they leave and join us in the park. Yeah. Yeah.
Roy McLeod said sad day.
What's that?
Roy McLeod said sad day.
It is a very sad day. It is a very sad day. Part of the democratic process is that all Canadians be allowed to participate and to discriminate some and to reject others. That's not how we do things in Canada. Barry had my coat. Yeah.
This is fundamentally wrong. She has a lot of composure. CC.
Thank you. Some of the comments that have been coming in, composure. It takes a lot sometimes to stay that way. And to be honest, this is one of those times where, we as Canadians, we do have to support one each other. And it doesn't matter if we're on opposite sides sometimes. It's nice to know that freedom and rights, it doesn't matter whether you're Liberal, you're Conservative, whether you're a Green Party or you're NDP. We're all Canadian. And we all deserve the respect of being Canadian, and that's having our freedoms and our rights honored. And what more do you say? I mean, just to be locked out of a venue as a federal candidate, a name on the ballot, and refused to allow to speak to the people who came to hear us this evening. That's not democracy. That's tyranny. Are you guys heading home? Yeah, Tarek from the Maverick Party chose to stay.
I can see you shivering.
Yeah, I am shivering. It's getting cold. The sun is going down here in the mountains. So, again, so the people who did choose to remain inside were the Green Party candidate, the Liberal, and the NDP, which should not surprise anybody. Probably the biggest surprise was Tarek with the Maverick Party, who decided to stay and participate in the forum. Well, I'm flanked now by Nadine Wellwood, PPC. It's wonderful.
Well, you deserve all the support you can get.
Oh, well, thank you. So if anybody's watching, you have questions, please feel free to ask. We're happy to answer them.
So what's the plan for tonight then?
The plan, I think, is to stay for a little while and give people who are inside an opportunity to ask the questions, and more notably, probably ask why we weren't there. We did have some people on the way in, obviously, that were interested in hearing what we had to say. So we'll stay as long as we can, and then make our way back to Cochrane, I guess.
What's happening for the remainder of this week?
So for the remainder of this week, we do have an event in Cochrane at Rock Point Church tomorrow evening. I guess the doors open at 6 o'clock, 6:30 for people to start arriving to mingle with everyone, and 7 o'clock for the forum to begin. And then on Wednesday evening, actually, we will be doing the counter signal with Kian Bexey, who will be doing an event with, I do believe, myself, Derek Sloan, and the Maverick Party, who's accepted. And they'll be doing that live stream online. And Thursday, of course, the Airdrie Chamber of Commerce is doing their online Zoom forum at 7 o'clock as well. So if anybody is ever looking to find out where we are or what we're doing, please check our website, nadinewallwood.ca. And that usually is pretty good at telling you where we're going to be and when, and the events that are up and coming. So if you haven't gotten out to vote already in Cochrane, you can go down to 340 Railway Street and cast your ballot already. And if you're in Airdrie, of course, please do the same. Multiple locations to cast a ballot early. You don't have to wait till September 20th on the Monday. Till 9 p.m. tonight, yes. Yeah.
Where will we find you for the remainder of the week, campaigning other than the debates?
So I'll be out by Ron, by Diane. Safe home. All right, thank you. I will be out and about each day in a different location, just depending upon where we're going to be. We've spent quite a bit of time now in Airdrie, and we'll probably spend a little bit more time in Cochrane here the next few days leading up to the election itself.
Just mentioned they had a huge audience in Airdrie. Bravo.
Oh, fantastic. Huge audience in Airdrie. So, oh, yes, we had 400 people at the event in Airdrie at the Burt Church Theatre. Max, this was one of his very first stops for us. And, obviously, as you know, Max has been very supportive of us here in Banff-Airdrie and of me personally. And, they do call him the Albertan from Quebec. He does feel very at home here and always very welcomed. And that's the Albertans. We share the same values. And it's what people who we are is that differentiate us.
Do you want to comment about the election integrity here for Banff-Airdrie specifically? There's a lot of people thinking that it's going to be a rigged election. I don't think so.
We've had some people, even today, I got an interesting phone call from a young lady who had concerns that at the Banff Lake Lodge, for example, when she was voting, she didn't see my name, not on the ballot. My name was on the ballot, but as you were going in, they do provide a list of all the candidates before you go in so that you kind of know what to expect and what to see and who's on the ballot. And somebody did call, they had concerns that my name wasn't there. We have, and I'm going to say I can only speak to this riding, but we have a fantastic returning officer in Banff-Airdrie. She has been there to answer every question, including one about mask mandates, for example, and she made it very clear. She's always been very honest and upfront, and if there's been a problem or a concern, she's been on it right away. So as far as concerns in this riding, I am not concerned that we are not going to get a fair election. And a fair count at the polling stations. Now, I'm not sure what Elections Canada has decided to do with the mail-in ballots. I'm not sure if they're coming to the individual ridings or if they're all going to Ottawa. If they are going to Ottawa, I think that would be reason to concern. But I think it's important for everybody to actually just get out to the ballot boxes themselves and just cast your ballot if you can in person. Well, we're seeing censorship across North America because we're the only free societies. If you look at the United Nations, 190 plus countries, very few of them are actually democratic. The majority of them are dictators or non-democratic countries, different states of dictatorship or socialism, communism. So yeah, right now I think freedom is under attack around the world. And it's our job, as is John F. Kennedy and Max has been telling everybody, it's our responsibility, it's our generation, it's our duty. We're being called to defend freedom, and the time is now. The time is not next week, the time is now. We have to stand together united and fight for our Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
You've got a couple people from the U.S. online right now.
Oh, we have some United States. Hey, your elections are far more exciting and interesting than ours. Canadian politics has nothing in comparison to U.S. politics, but it looks like we're working on getting there. So thanks for tuning in, you guys.
I think we're in someone's driveway.
Oh.
Oh no, they're just pulling over there. That's fine.
Oh no, they're with. I can move out here so you're not hiding in the tree.
That's right.
Hello from Chatham, Ontario. Ron, LaChance.
Hi, Ron from Chatham, Ontario.
Maybe you moved.
What's that?
Now people were just wondering why you moved. There's a car coming by.
Oh, yeah, we're standing in the alley. We've been banished to the alley.
You might as well give a quick recap again. There's new people on.
So we're here tonight because we are at the hall where there was supposed to be an all candidates forum. And today an email was sent out letting us all know that our CMP would be on site and people who refused to wear a mask would not be invited into the forum. Of course, the People's Party of Canada, our entire platform is based upon all Canadians being treated equally under the law. Canada is a nation of laws, and those laws are there in order to protect all Canadians equally, especially in times like these. I'm going, government at its own convenience does not have the right or the legitimate authority to breach the privacy of individuals and to discriminate or segregate individuals based upon their medical choices. Discrimination is discrimination, whether it be medical choice, gender, sexual orientation. It is absolutely irrelevant. Vaccinated, not vaccinated, mask, no mask. This is not about vaccines. It is not about mask mandates. This is about our rights and our freedoms. And it's time that all Canadians stood together and respected one another's choices and our privacy. And we sent the message loud and clear back to Ottawa, back to Jason Kenney and this UCP government that we will not tolerate the abuses of our government and that people are standing up and they are coming together to protect our rights and our freedoms. So I was banished, and then I was re-invited in. But at that point, they had already banished 2 more candidates who had chosen to stand with me earlier this evening. And having been re-invited in, then, sorry, it was too little too late. I will stand now with the other 2 candidates who were locked out of the event. And so there is a number of us outside here in the alley where we've been told we weren't even allowed on the property any longer. We did offer to stay outside and answer questions, but if we did not follow the forum exactly as it was intended, then none of us were welcome. So I chose to stay and respect the individuals who chose to stay and respect my decision to not participate this evening.
Those are intimidation tactics. It's not very, it's not Canadian.
Yeah, well, what is Canadian anymore? Apparently, according to Justin Trudeau, we are a post-nation state. We have no identity. What does it mean to be Canadian? To be Canadian, I thought it was about our freedoms and our rights and the fact that we were tolerant and we didn't put up with things like discrimination and segregation. Somebody commented earlier to me tonight that Rosa Parks, was at the back of the bus, but she was allowed on the bus at least. So what's happening in our own country right now is we have people who are being denied entry. We have people who are being told that you will not have the right to get onto an airplane, onto a bus. That's not Canadian. I don't even know what that is. That's called a dictatorship. That's called communism. When somebody else, a government, can determine what you can and cannot say, do, think. We have censorship that's happening. C10, C36 would see people censored online. Now we have people talking about a social credit system. It's already here. Welcome to Communist Canada.
Go PPC. Hope you win. Can't believe this is Canada.
Neither can I. 49 years. I grew up hunting and fishing with my dad. Have a beautiful little girl who's 10 years old. And this is not about me. So if anybody thinks this is about me, this has nothing to do with me. This has everything to do with her and her friends and their future. What future are we leaving our children when today I can be thrown out of a facility even with a legitimate medical exemption? It took them an hour to deliberate whether or not they would let me inside. And when they finally came back to say that they would, I had already had people who had decided to stand with me, and I will now stand with them. I am standing for every Canadian. To be Canadian is about equal under the law. Canadians do not discriminate. Canadians are not going to stand for segregation. One rule of law that applies to everybody.
Davina Marshall says we support you, Nadine.
Thank you. I can use all the support we can get right now. My speech really was quite simple tonight because I knew when I came here that it would be short. And I was trying to be very respectful, and I simply asked for 2 minutes of their time so I could deliver my 2-minute speech. And then I had offered to stand outside and just allow people to ask me questions. That was not acceptable to them in the beginning. They did come around, as I explained later, but too late. So for me, my speech is about we're free Canadians. We're free to oppose what we feel is wrong. We're free to fight for what we feel is right. And more importantly, Canada is a democratic country. And I'm going right now, tonight, I chose to stand on the side of freedom and ensure that all Canadians, mask, no mask, is absolutely irrelevant. They have the democratic right to hear from all of their candidates, and people were being denied that option. And so we took a stand. And now we stand in the alley, banished from the facility. Again, probably the biggest surprises this evening was just one of the candidates who chose to remain inside rather than walking out with us.
Which candidate was that?
That was Tarek with the Maverick Party, regretfully. I'm not sure if he understands what's going on or what the circumstance was, but yeah, he chose to stay and have the conversation and answer the questions with the Green and the NDP and the Liberal, and of course the one Carolyn Driscoll, independent candidate as well.
Who else came out with you?
So who came out with me? So when I first got here, Mr. Sloan arrived shortly thereafter, and he chose at that moment, without really much deliberation, to stand with me in support of the fact that nobody deserves to be discriminated or excluded for not having worn a mask. And so he did stay and has shown his support of me. And in addition to that, Mr. Ron Voss, one of our independent candidates, also chose to come out and stand with me. And so, yeah, passports, vaccine passports, mask passport. And for that reason, when I was invited back in, and they had at that point been told they were excluded and the doors were locked on them, I stand here with them as well. So we're just going to sign off here, I think, at this stage. There's not a lot of people inside, and you know, people are kind of, I think, probably heard enough of me by now. So thank you all for participating. Thank you for watching. This is the state of Canada right now in our democracy. So it's a sad day for all Canadians. And I look forward to what the rest of the week holds. Please follow us along as things progress, and we will find out on September 20th. Yes, so 22% of the polls right now in Alberta. So we know that's not coming at Edmonton. So it is actually fantastic, because we know that this riding has probably got strong support for the People's Party of Canada. Thanks everyone for watching. Yeah.